afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Kind of a cloudy day. I was surprised to see a little snow this morning.
I know a little bit, but the big snow, it looks like it's going to miss us. We'll get more on that.
Yeah, the alert day's out of the forecast.
In just a little bit, and we'll be taking your calls for veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue a little later this hour.
But first, topping the news today, one person is dead after a crash on Gammon Road here in Madison. We have the details behind the accident.
Alex Murdaugh's fate is now in the hands of the jury. The disgraced South Carolina attorney faces 2 counts of murder in the deaths of his wife and son. And tuition at all UW campuses could be going up. Will Keneally explains how much and why. Let's take a look outside. Good day to walk the dog. Not too cold. Not too chilly.
A few weekend showers in the forecast. Greg is in the backyard. The alert day has been dropped.
Yeah, pretty much that storm has continued to push further south, so it's more going to be for Chicago area for the snow than for us. We are seeing a few breaks in the clouds. I think we'll see that this evening before we have more high clouds come overhead. That's in Platteville right now, so some of that low cloud's starting to break up. Satellite, you can see that, but we still have a lot of high clouds streaming in from the west that'll be coming in overnight. But overall, we're starting to see some breaks. You can see the push of the north winds pushing all the cloud cover towards into Illinois due to that snowpack that we have pretty well to the north. Overall, temperatures are closer to average. We should be in the upper 30s, so pretty close to there. Definitely just colder than yesterday as we zoom in Dane County. Overall, 32 in Sauk City, down to 36 in Edgerton. So once again, a significant drop from yesterday, but not far off from the first part of March where we should be. Big picture-wise, temperatures a little bit warmer to the west. That gives you an indication that we are going to kind of rebound, and a lot warmer conditions to further south. We have 2 systems. The one to the south is producing quite a bit of severe weather over in East Texas. That's the one that's going to be coming up our way, but bring us a little bit of snow. And then the Saturday thing we talked about, a few showers, is up in the Pacific Northwest. That's what we're watching there, up there. So overall, there's your winter storm watches right now for Chicago and those areas. So if you're heading in that area, that's where snow could be a potential problem for tomorrow evening and through tomorrow night. Not so much in our way. So ahead, we'll break down exactly how much we're going to get of the snow, if any, and too much. If that dry weekend, how many showers and how warm we'll actually get by the time we get to Monday, along with more rain a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, we'll check back. Greg, thank you. One person died, 2 others seriously injured today after a vehicle crashed into a tree on Gammon Road.
This is a live look of the scene. The picture is freezing up a little bit, but this is a live picture of the intersection of Watts Road and Gammon Road on the west side of Madison. Right now, Gammon Road is still closed in both directions. If you have to travel this area, there are alternate routes. You can either use High Point Road or Whitney Way. Those roads are still open.
Madison fire officials say all 3 victims were inside one car going south on Gammon Road when it crashed around 12:15 this afternoon. 2 of the passengers were taken to the hospital for treatment, one with life-threatening injuries and another with serious injuries.
A 3rd passenger was found dead at the scene. This is the 2nd death on a West Madison road in a little over 2 weeks.
The one on Schrader was equally tragic, and this is another tragedy, unfortunately. It's a good reminder that we have to do better driving, and we have to really be paying attention to the things that need to be paid attention to.
This is a developing story. We'll have more on this crash as we learn more tonight at 5 and 6 and always online at channel3000.com. In other news tonight, the tuition bill for UW-Madison students could be getting higher.
That's after the UW system president proposed a tuition increase at the Capitol today. Political reporter Will Keneally is there with the details. Will.
Well, Mark and Susan, this would actually be the first time in about a decade that we've seen tuition increase for UW system schools since the legislature froze tuition in 2013. But now the UW Board of Regents has the power to raise tuition, and they actually voted last year to keep that freeze in place. But System President Jay Rothman says that he will now take a 5% increase to the regents for their approval at their next meeting.
As costs have increased, and more particularly in recent years, inflation has accelerated, it is essential that we seek this increase for the long-term financial viability of our universities and to sustain the quality of education, research, and services that we provide.
The amount of increase will vary, obviously, campus by campus and depending on a student's workload. But an estimate based on UW-Madison could see increases for students of more than $500 for in-state students and close to $2,000 for out-of-state students. This is also as legislators here in the state capitol are debating a cap on the amount that the UW system could increase tuition. We'll have more on their reaction coming up throughout the night. We're reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, well, thank you. Alex Murdaugh's fate is now in the hands of the jury.
The day after prosecutors presented their closing arguments in the double murder case, the defense took its turn and claimed that Murdaugh had no reason to kill his wife and son.
Nikki Batiste reports from the courthouse in Walterboro, South Carolina.
There are two words that justice demands in this case, and those two words are not guilty.
His voice quivering in the final moments, Alec Murdaugh's attorney asked the jury to find his client not guilty of murdering his wife and son.
I respectfully request that you do not compound a family tragedy with another.
Attorney Jim Griffin accused law enforcement of fabricating evidence and failing miserably in their investigation into the 2021 murders of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh.
Deputy Rutland talked about seeing hair in Maggie's hands, you'll recall. You didn't hear anything about the hair in Maggie's hands from that moment forward. Was it testing?
He said Murdaugh did lie about his whereabouts in the minutes before the murders, but blamed it on his drug addiction.
I mean, I'll tell you, he lied because that's what addicts do. Addicts lie. He lied because he had a closet full of skeletons.
When the defense wrapped, prosecutors laid out their final rebuttal.
This is a common sense case.
John Meters argued the scion of one of South Carolina's most prominent legal families committed the murders to distract from his financial crimes.
His world's collapsing, his world's coming down. This was the only way he could save. It's the only way he could save Alex.
A motive the defense had dismissed as outlandish.
Totally illogical, irrational, and insane.
The day began with a bit of courtroom drama. A juror was dismissed for having spoken about the case outside of court. An alternate took her spot to begin the deliberations that will determine Murdaugh's fate. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Walterboro, South Carolina.
And foreign ministers from around the world are in India for a meeting of the G20. The gathering allowed for a very rare face-to-face discussion between U.S. and Russian officials. Secretary of State Antony Blinken delivered a straightforward message of ending the war to Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. This is the first meeting between the two, since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Blinken also met with China's foreign minister, and he reiterated that China should not provide weapons nor support to Russia for its war efforts.
We've not seen it do that yet, but we've seen it considering that proposition. And what I shared with him again was that this would be a serious problem for us in our relationship with China.
As a sign of just how far relations between Russia and the U.S. have declined, last week, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced Russia would be withdrawing from the last nuclear arms treaty between the two countries. Blinken also implored Russia to release American Paul Whelan. The former Marine is accused of spying and has been in captivity since 2018.
Governor Evers is calling for selling a historic state office building near the state capitol, as well as two other large office buildings. The proposal is part of a larger plan to combine state offices in Madison to save money. The buildings in question are the State Education Building, the State Natural Resources Building, and the State Office Building at 1 West Wilson. The proposal is included in the governor's capital budget request and would need approval from the Republican-controlled legislature.
Al Sun Prairie Restaurant is doing what it can to help victims of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. Right now, 50% of sales at the Mezi Mediterranean Grill are going directly to help Turkey and Syria. The restaurant is also taking donations after helping his family. Turkish chef Figo Eke decided that he could do more.
I mean, it's really important to us to get help. People really need help over there. They need tent, they need food, and they need all kinds of stuff. So whatever we do here, we're just going to send it there.
Figo said that the positive response from the community has been overwhelming. Mezi Mediterranean Grill is located at 503 west to Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Well, trending today, plans for a new mega travel center in DeForest. Buc-ee's is a Texas favorite. The proposal to the DeForest Planning Commission says it would feature 120 gas pumps, 613 parking spaces, and a 73,000 square foot store. It would be the first Buc-ee's in the state of Wisconsin. Our morning show anchor Chris Stanford has friends in Texas, and they say they cannot pass a Buc-ee's without stopping. So Chris asked them, what makes Buc-ee's such a big deal?
You can get brisket sandwiches in the afternoon, in the morning. You can get breakfast tacos, sausages, sausage biscuits, and they've got a full they've got fudge and the
fudge.
whole.
Oh, the fudge is
whole
delicious. Yes. You could also, I know a lot of people who do all of their Christmas shopping in Buc-ee's. Like cookbooks.
Our neighbors actually do that.
Our neighbors do that, yeah. Cookbooks, they have drinkware, they have candles, they have home decor. It is just amazing, and your lives are about to be changed forever.
Is that supposed to be a little Buc-ee? Our Buc-ee looks a little bit different.
No, I don't get it.
Fudge and breakfast tacos. You had us at that. We've linked the full proposal online. Just look for this story at channel3000.com. Have you ever been to one?
No.
No, I never have either.
I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with my quick trip.
Okay.
Are you in the market for a full-size pickup truck?
When we come back, do you want to save some money? Well, then you might want to check out the Nissan Titan. We did with Harvey Briggs, and we'll go behind the wheel when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Is your house frustratingly cold? Here's some good news. You can upgrade to our high-efficiency foam insulation, and the federal government will pay up to 30% of the cost in the form of an energy tax credit. Our foam keeps the cold air out, your warm air in, with lower energy costs all year long. And again, the energy tax credit covers up to 30% of the cost. Our schedule is filling fast, so call now and get in ahead of everyone else. It's time to stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation. This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $19.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Welcome back. Although the overall labor market remains solid, there have been several high-profile layoff announcements.
Experts recommend even the most secure employees should create a layoff protection plan. Start by finding out if your company provides a severance package and add up unused vacation and personal days. At many companies, you can negotiate the severance, which may include more pay. If you receive health insurance through your employer and you lose your job, you're entitled to COBRA for a limited time, usually up to 18 months.
The big catch with Cobra, you usually have to pay a hefty monthly premium. It may be beneficial to check out healthcare.gov, which could offer coverage options cheaper than Cobra, especially if you qualify for tax credits.
As far as your retirement goes, leave your 401k or 401b where it is. If you land a new job quickly, you can roll over the old account into your new company's retirement plan. Otherwise, you can roll retirement funds into a traditional or Roth IRA.
Stocks staged a rally on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 341 points, closing at 33,003. The NASDAQ was up 83 points. The S&P 500 gained 29. Well, the Detroit 3 automakers continue to dominate the full-size truck market, moving about 1.9 million units among the 4 models from Ford, Ram, Chevy, and GMC.
The Toyota Tundra and the Nissan Titan pick up, as it were, the scraps, which are pretty slim pickings.
Let's find out what the problem is as we go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the 2023 Nissan Titan. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, Harvey.
You're looking at Nissan's full-size pickup, and I'm not surprised you don't know what you're looking at because there's so few of them on the road.
The Titan landed in the U.S. in 2003 and just never really caught on, even after a redesign.
Last year, 2022, Nissan sold 15,000 Titans. For comparison, Ford sold 640,000 F-150s.
Why bother?
That's a really good question, and one a few people have been asking. There was a report last year that this truck was going to be discontinued. Nissan issued a statement afterwards saying, no, Titan's an important part of our American lineup, and this is built in Mississippi.
Unlike the big selling trucks, there aren't a lot of choices when it comes to the Titan. You can get it in 2- or 4-wheel drive, a club or crew cab, and a few trim levels. And they all come with a good old V8. With V8 power and V8 mileage. Harvey was getting about 14 miles a gallon.
You know, while everybody's going to turbocharging and going to things like hybrid powertrains, even in pickup trucks, Nissan hasn't. They're not going to make that investment in a truck that only sells 15,000 units. So now they're in that sort of spiral. And it's like, well, they can't really invest to improve the truck, so they can't sell more trucks.
And that's too bad, because the Titan really has a lot of good things going for it. Our Pro 4X tester is loaded with all the good stuff.
We have heated steering wheel, heated and cooled leather seats up front, heated seats in the back, got this giant panoramic sunroof up top, all the stuff you could want. And again, when I price this truck comes in around $63,000. When I priced an F-150 with pretty much exact same equipment on it, you're around $74,000.
So the Titan is a bargain for a full-size pickup, but you're not going to talk a Ford guy or a Chevy guy or a Dodge guy into one of these.
Not, you know, the only way you'll talk them into it is if they're on a budget. So, and that's really the big advantage of this truck. It's a fine truck. It's capable enough. It's, you know, powerful enough. It has good reliability. But the big thing with this, because it hasn't been updated, it's not quite as capable, you can buy one of these for about 20% of what you pay for a comparably equipped F-150.
And it would do pickup truck stuff.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't the most capable. It's not the most modern, but it'll do what you need it to do. And if you're on a budget, hey, who am I to argue?
The Nissan Titan. It's good enough.
There you go. It'll get the job done.
And what else would you want in a truck? Harvey is here now.
Exactly. Well, you know, and that's I struggle with that a little bit, because everybody is always updating vehicles and the newest and latest, and we want to put more equipment in it, but they become more and more and more unaffordable. And so, is it wrong for Nissan wanting to keep a truck more affordable? I don't know.
And, you know, it always happens since we did this piece. I've seen these things everywhere.
Oh, really?
I've seen it. It's like, oh, there's another Titan.
Well, you know, they did sell 15,000 of them.
That was interesting in comparison.
Yeah, it's just, and it's a challenge for Nissan, not only because you know, they don't sell many of them, but they don't share that platform with any other vehicle. Like, you know, the Chevy Suburban and the Silverado were built on the same platform. So they can do more with it. This is not the same as any other vehicle in their lineup.
And they're tying up a factory in Mississippi just to make these, where they could be making something that sells.
Right, exactly. So there's all kinds of economics that go into it, but you know, again, it's a decent pickup truck. It is not the most capable, but it has really good reliability record.
And it starts around 40-something for?
Yeah, and you can get other trucks cheaper at the base level because they have less equipment and they don't have a V8 engine. This is probably the lowest priced V8 engine powered truck you can buy.
It's big. You can see myself tooling into Westtown Mall.
There you go.
In my Titan.
Harvey, thank you.
Thank you, Harvey.
RidesAndDrives.com for more on all this. And thousands of people across the country are waiting for a kidney transplant, and many die waiting.
When we come back, we'll find out what a local couple is doing to help more recipients receive a kidney. We'll have that coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
The Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line. No judgments, just free help and medications. Without the lectures, call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
This year, say yes.
I couldn't be more thrilled with my results. I'm over the moon happy. Look at that waist.
Yes to confidence.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
Yes to a new shape.
These are my results. I am so happy.
Yes to a new you.
I'm Dr. Elena Vega. Imagine you could remove this much fat from multiple areas all at one time.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good.
I have the flattest tummy that I've had in 25 years.
I'm able to wear things that I never thought I would wear again. I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
Find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Call 1-800-993-0752 or go to sonobello.com.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This month, meet Madison Magazine's Chef of the Year. How Sean Farr's approachable food with a twist is redefining upscale dining. And learn the common thread that links 3 very different clothing empires. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Well, take a look at this. A British antique shopper spotted this chandelier in a store window in London. He recognized the lighting fixture as one commissioned by his late friend and art collector. The shopper was pretty sure what it was. It's a rare chandelier by Albert Giacometti. The man offered $300 for the shop, accepted the money. Fast forward, the chandelier sold at auction last night at Sotheby's for $3.5 million.
Wow.
Pretty good return on his $300.
Yes, it is.
But he knew what he was doing.
Exactly. He knew what he was looking for. Right.
Well, here's some big news. Kentucky Fried Chicken is bringing back the KFC Double Down. After a nearly 10-year hiatus.
The sandwich, it's 2 fried chicken fillets as the bun. It will be available for a limited time. Oh, and Greg's interested, starting March 6th. The Double Down made its debut in 2010. It sold more than 10 million sandwiches. KFC said fans have been clamoring for its return, so the chain is answering the call by bringing it back again, kind of like the Curter Burger.
Boy, I'll tell you, no calories there. So what 2 sides do you get with it? Because you always get 2 sides at KFC.
That's a good question. Oh, mashed potatoes and coleslaw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So. No?
My husband gets mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
That's good too.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's good too.
But I like the coleslaw.
Yeah.
All right. When's the date for that? March 6th?
March.
I'm going to bring you one. We're going to try it.
All right. So good news if you don't like snow.
If you don't like snow, good news. That's the good news. We don't have much going on tomorrow. Maybe a little snow, and then the weekend, a little bit more showers. I'll break all down after the break.
The acid reflux felt like just the worst burning in your throat that you can imagine. It's almost like a fire in your throat. The LINX procedure was one of the best decisions I've made. It has changed my life, and the burning is gone.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it. 4imprint, for certain.
Numbers move you, but some can stop you in your tracks, like the tens of thousands of people who were diagnosed with certain HPV-related cancers. For most people, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers. Gardasil 9 is a vaccine given to adults through age 45 that can help protect against certain diseases caused by HPV, including cervical, vaginal, vulvar, anal, and certain head and neck cancers, such as throat and back of mouth cancers and genital warts. Gardasil 9 doesn't protect everyone and does not treat cancer or HPV infection. Your doctor may recommend screening for certain HPV-related cancers. Women still need routine cervical cancer screenings. You shouldn't get Gardasil 9 if you've had an allergic reaction to the vaccine, its ingredients, or are allergic to yeast. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system, are pregnant, or plan to be. The most common side effects include injection site reactions, headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and sore throat. Fainting can also happen. Help protect what counts. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Gardasil 9.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from reflux, please join us for our upcoming seminar on the LINX device, a new and innovative treatment to stop reflux.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we wrapped up meteorological winter here yesterday on February 28th. So to give you kind of a wrap down of what we had pretty much for winter, and this is, like I said, this is for December, January, and February, not the actual other winter. So ended up with 40.3 inches of snow, which is about average, a lot more than we had last year. Overall, it was warm. About the 15th warmest of the winters that we've had so far. And for precipitation, rain, we actually were above average too, about 4.62, because we had quite a bit of rain instead of snow too. So overall, wet winter, but fairly warm too, especially in January. The storm that we just mentioned, we had the alert day, we did drop it because several things have changed too. The track started shifting south on Tuesday, and then it's been fairly consistent staying to the south for the last couple days. And the temperatures have also risen overhead, so much less of the way of snow. So what we're thinking with this storm right now, some light snow for Dane County to the border. Some rain may mix with the snow. It may be almost all rain, and maybe some wet roads, maybe a little bit of snow as you get further southeast, Kenosha to Racine and Chicago. you'll get more of the snow. But overall, it's going to be less impact as we expected to see. So here's the system we're watching. That's the one that's going to be pulling north toward Chicago. That's actually providing some pretty good severe weather in East Texas right now. The other Saturday system is out the Pacific Northwest, so that'll be coming through. So that's your two systems we're dealing with, but really, once again, they're not going to provide a lot of impactful weather, but some shower activity. So here's the one coming up to the north. You see we're just on the outer edge of it. Looks like really Chicago up to Detroit is where the heavier snow will fall, but I do think we'll see some precipitation on the backside. That'll lift up, and here comes that other piece of energy across from the west that'll provide maybe a shower or two Saturday, more cloud cover than actually precipitation, so it won't be a real huge deal for Saturday, but we will have some precip in the weather here. For temperatures this afternoon, we're going to see them actually then fall back down into the upper 20s overnight. And then we'll start off tomorrow morning once again, and here comes that little bit of snow here by 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We'll either see some snow or light rain begin to lift north, probably Madison southward. Not expecting a lot with this, but you can see over the evening hours, it'll start pushing southeast. And once again, this may be overdoing it. We may see just more cloud cover. Most of the areas will. And then by the time we get towards 9 or 8 or 10, if any precipitation is left, which should be gone by then, northerly breezy winds overnight. Temperatures, once again, cloud cover. We'll get back down to the upper 20s. And then from Saturday, we're going to see another system, like I said, come through. So overall, snowfall really is reduced down to about really a trace to less than an inch for areas north of really Janesville. Janesville south, it's 1 to 3, and then obviously if you get closer to Chicago, that's where you could run into some problems of the snow. Overall then, we're going to have a mild temperatures through the weekend. Once again, that rain chance on Saturday is not all day, and definitely don't cancel plans on just that. 47 comes Sunday. The rain returns Sunday night into Monday. Will not be like last Sunday night and Monday where we had quite a bit of rain. This will be a more light rain, but then Monday, 46, and then we do have a general cooling trend towards next week, the middle of next week, when we get back down to the middle 30s. Average is about upper 30s for temperatures. So overall, like I said, the good news, if you're traveling to Chicago further south, that's something to keep in mind of, that you will have snow come Friday night into Saturday.
Okay. Check your flights too.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's the definite thing if you're flying down there, but otherwise, it's actually pretty good.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, 13 people die every day waiting for a kidney transplant. That's according to the National Kidney Foundation.
What if you were the one that they were waiting for? Brady Mallory joins us with a look at a local husband and wife who are hitting the road to spread that message. Brady?
Yeah, what would you do if you met a complete stranger who told you that he or she needed a kidney? You won't believe how Mark Scotch responded and how it inspired a project called the Organ Trail.
It's called a quick link in case I break my chain. This one's brand new. It's never been ridden.
That's about to change. Ultra-endurance athlete Mark Scotch is about to go for another very long bike ride.
In case I do get a flat at a wrench to get the tire off.
He and his wife Lynn are going south, where Mark will ride about 1,500 miles through Texas. Why? Well, it's not just for exercise. Like most good stories, this one starts like this. A few years ago in Louisiana, a husband and wife, Mark and Lynn, walked into a bar.
There's a guy sitting there, and I started talking to him. We're talking sports.
A few beers and conversation later, that guy, a stranger named Hugh, suddenly had to leave.
I was kind of giving him a hard time about, hey, it's pretty early. Coming to find out, he was on dialysis. Every night he went home to hook up dialysis for 10 hours every night, and that was his life.
Hugh told Mark he needed a kidney. Most people would have wished Hugh well and then been on their way. Mark isn't most people.
I said, well, I can just give you one of mine.
Wait, did Hugh hear that correctly?
He was gun shy, and he didn't want to get his hopes up.
Hope turned into reality. Through the National Kidney Registry Voucher Program, Mark became a voucher donor, where he matched with a recipient somewhere in the country. That kidney donation allowed Hugh to get a kidney match of his own.
When Mark just blurted out, I'll give you one of mine, to Hugh, it just has become kind of our path.
They've named that path the Organ Trail. Mark bikes thousands of miles to promote organ donation. Most wives would go along just to support their husband's big ideas. Lynn isn't most wives, because a few years after Mark, she also donated a kidney.
I can't think of any good reason why I wouldn't go ahead with this.
Lynn's kidney is helping a little boy named Cooper. This act of kindness is healing for both of them.
We lost a child ourselves, many, many years ago. Too early for us to be offered the opportunity to donate his organs. And that's been a lifelong regret for me as an adult. And so it just feels very right that that circle can close.
Like most good stories, this one has a great ending. A few years ago, Mark and Lynn walked into a bar. True, they lost 2 kidneys shortly after they walked out. But what they gained is even better. They saved 2 lives and found a new purpose.
People that do need a kidney, they need to talk about it, because you never know who's going to hear that and it's going to plant a seed.
We know from experience that all it takes is that some kind of a connection between somebody who tells their story. Someone's going to hear it, and it only takes one person, and that life can be saved.
And of course, the Oregon Trail is a play on words of the game Oregon Trail. Mark and Lynn plan to stop at different transplant centers along the way, and they hope to inspire people to consider becoming living donors if they are able to.
There are good people in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really well, and you think about it, how many of us meet a stranger, we hear their story, and we say, okay, well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. So they're a pretty phenomenal couple, and they're down there, they are getting ready for their ride, and they're doing well.
Hopefully they can inspire others.
Yes, very good.
Indeed. Brady, thank you.
Thanks, Brady.
Well, coming up next here on Live, before our Traveler Throwback Thursday takes you back in time to 1990 for lambing season.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Madison School District is ending a long-time contract with the Badger Bus Company. Our Catherine Merck explains what the district is looking for coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Spring is in the air, and you know what that means. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 50% off windows with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024. So you can replace those eyesores without breaking the bank. It means getting the windows you want fast, so your home's ready for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season.
This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhafels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $40 per month with Steinhafels 72-month financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhafels.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Anytime Fitness is having a 10-day flash sale. For 10 days only, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Get a coach and a community to support you with training, nutrition, and recovery. Now through March 10th, join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Hurry in now. This deal won't last long.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New at 5, after previous busing issues, including leaving a student on board, the Madison School District taking action, the district's new plan, and what families can expect.
Some changes into our forecast as we head into our Friday. We'll be breaking down the details of what you need to know coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, UW System students may face higher tuition costs with the new proposal. How this will impact budgets and choices for education, tonight at 6.
Keeping the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Washington, D.C. at 62 degrees, and the cherry blossoms may be blooming soon.
Yeah, we're just looking. Doesn't look like quite yet.
Not quite yet, but it's getting close.
Well, spring is right around the corner, and that means it's lambing season in Wisconsin, as it's been for generations.
Back in 1990, we traveled to a farm in Jefferson County to do a little sheep counting. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Sometimes spring comes slowly. It comes a drop of maple sap at a time. It comes as one fragile bud. It comes in song from long silent birds. And sometimes spring comes on like gangbusters. It comes on with a blat. As sure a sign of spring as any, can't get much cuter. This is lambing season. For sheep raisers Phil Crianza and Joanne Habolt, it is also a very busy season. Other chores go unfinished. Sleep comes in intervals. As March comes in, so too do the lambs.
It's the most exciting time of year right now is because this is the product of all our work. You see everything that we're trying to work for every year in your new lamb crop. You either have a good lamb crop or it doesn't really work the way you planned.
This year's crop is good. There are new lambs everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoever said counting sheep is relaxing. Spring around here bounces to life on pogo stick legs. And somehow, amidst all of this bouncing and blatting, there is a bond between mother and baby.
Always has amazed me that if a ewe can be at one end of the barn, the lamb be at the other end of the barn. If she billers for her lambs, they'll just come running. With all the lambs in the barn, they always can find each other.
The lambs grow about a pound a day. 3 or 4 months from now, most of them will be sold. Some will be kept, though. Next year, they'll have little lambs of their own. The process starts all over again. Youth, like the seasons, spring's eternal. Traveling near Whitewater, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
That's such a great sound.
You did a lambing story with Pam Yankee, and you got to the farm.
I did, and the farmer said there was a ewe in trouble. He said, "Put on some gloves. I need your help." And I helped him pull the lamb right out. It was an incredible moment. I learned so much that day, but I haven't eaten lamb since.
No, I can't imagine. Yeah. I haven't either. Well, you have an ailing pet. Well, now's your chance to talk to a veterinarian.
Dr. Carrie Donahue is here today. She's waiting. Oh, that's a great shot. She's waiting for your calls. Call now, 608-270-9933. We'll take your calls when we come back.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is extremely hard to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck. So that stomach overhang that you mentioned becomes a flat, tight tummy fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-800-848-9429 or go to sonobello.com.
Everybody wants a whiter smile because having white teeth projects self-care, confidence, and attractiveness. Whether you're on the dating scene, interviewing for a new job, or simply looking to improve your smile, what you need is Power Swabs. Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades whiter teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, just you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth. Let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be one step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, it almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs today and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free Quick Stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, traffic's flowing pretty good this evening. Really no issues to speak of as you go to Mount Horeb. Up to the north, you're still looking good with the Dells and no areas up there. And then further south towards Janesville, also we're looking good too. No incidents or really disabled vehicles to speak of too. And then as we look at travel impacts, really nothing going on today. It looks like still a dry AM commute, and then some wet roads for some just because of that rain or snow, mainly south and southeast of Madison. We'll be keeping an eye on that, but so far everything looks good, you guys.
All right, thank you, Gray. It's time to get your pet questions answered live.
Veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue is here today from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care. The number to call, 608-270-9933, and the phones are wide open. It's a great
We got
day
one,
to
we
call.
got one coming up.
Hi, Carrie, good to see you.
Hello, you too.
So, ticks are out already.
Ticks are out. I found one on my dog last week.
Oh, really? No.
So once those temperatures start to warm up, which it's very nice for us, but also nice for the ticks. So they're getting out there too. So if, pet owners have taken a break from applying flea and tick preventative or giving that to their dog over the winter, it's a good time to start up with that again.
And there's pills now, and the old-fashioned gel on the back.
Right, a couple of options, the topical, the oral, and there's also that Seresto collar, which works very well for ticks.
But the pill, I use the triple one. I don't want to say the name on the air, but it's heartworm and tick and flea.
Right, which is a nice development where you can get everything that you need, heartworm, fleas, ticks, intestinal parasites in one chewable tablet.
That some dogs like.
Is that the one you can't get Louie to eat?
Louie doesn't eat that.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, we'll get it down tonight. All right, let's go to the phone calls. We'll start with Penny in Westfield. Hi, Penny.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question?
I have a 5-year-old rescue cat. He had severe dermatitis when I first got him because he was being fed all the wrong foods. And he is constantly itching and licking and licking and licking and licking. He's on an allergy shot once a month, but it doesn't seem to be doing much any good.
Okay, yeah, and that's a tough one, and even trying to figure out, is this a food allergy or is this an environmental allergy? And so potentially doing some more diagnostic testing if you haven't. There's a blood test that you can do for environmental allergies to determine if that might be something that you can control for your cat or not. And then you can also do a food allergy test and determine, is there a type of protein, is there something in the food? You had mentioned that, you might have had to change foods already, but really trying to figure that out to determine what it is and what you can do for your cat.
All right, good luck. Let's go to Carrie now in Prairie du Sac. Hi, Carrie, what's your question?
Hi, yes. I would like to know what you think or what she thinks about the contagious dog flu that is out there, and if she thinks that all veterinarians should be carrying the vaccine for that.
Yeah, and that's something that kind of waxes and wanes over the years. We can have these outbreaks of influenza for dogs, and right now I'm not aware of a big sort of outbreak in the Madison area, but most veterinarians carry that dog influenza vaccine, and they'll be able to let you know. You could even give your vet clinic a call and find out, is this something that you're seeing in dogs in the area? Is my dog a good candidate for that vaccine? And if so, it's a good idea to have that done, especially if your dog is going to daycare or being boarded or getting groomed, any of those sorts of situations.
Okay.
All right, very good. Let's go to Joe in Madison. Hi, Joe. What's your question?
I have a question about my neighbors. Not that it's my business, but the question I have, do you recommend people sleeping with their dogs? I mean, come on. The dogs are out. Ticks can jump on them. Fleas can jump on them. They get in bed with that same dog, and the next thing you know it, guess what? And my question is, the dog should be on the floor, not in the bed. What's your opinion?
That is a debate, to be honest. A lot of dogs have their own ideas of whether they want to be on the floor or if they want to be in bed with you. And it's kind of something that each individual pet owner has to determine when they get a dog, if they're going to allow them to sleep in bed with them or if they're not, and it's a personal decision. But you are right. I mean, it is a way for, if your dog has a tick, you could potentially get that tick from your dog. So another good reason to do a flea and tick preventative, doing a tick check at the end of every day to make sure there's nothing crawling on your dog.
All right, good luck.
You want to chime in on this, Mark?
It's 50-50. One dog sleeps on the floor, one doesn't. All right, Barbara in Madison. Hi, Barbara. What's the question?
My question is, I got a bird. He's 17 years old, and he was sick, but he's got something wrong with his back, his bear, and I hope the feathers grow back. What's the cause of it?
Oh, boy.
It's a tough one without seeing it.
It is a tough one without seeing it. You know, there are some very good veterinarians in the Madison area, definitely at the vet school, who specialize in exotics and birds. It might be worth even calling the UW vet school to see if you could speak to one of the veterinarians there, just to get some ideas and see if they think that your bird should be seen.
And 17's not that old for a parrot. I mean, they live.
It's not.
They live 60, 70 years.
Right.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling, Carrie. We'll see you next month.
How's Penny doing?
She's good.
Good. We miss her.
All right, a final check of your forecast coming up.
The Ultimate Mattress Sale is on now at Ashley. Save over $800 instantly on Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus, get special financing for 5 years with no money down. Happening now at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
New Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose to reduce dryness, discomfort, and strain. Ivisia. We see a better way.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
It's the Ultimate Sale going on now at Ashley. Fill your room for as little as $21 a month. Plus delivery in 3 days or less. And special financing for 5 years with no money down. Happening now at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Tonight on News 3 Now, I'll tell you how an upcoming potential change with MMSD's buses could impact students and their families.
Then Wisconsin celebrates its long history in the Peace Corps. We look at the living legacy next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
We're looking at a little bit of light snow or rain tomorrow. Like I said, most of it should be further south. Mild conditions through the Saturday with a few sprinkles Saturday too. And then rain returns really Sunday night into Monday. That looks like the wettest period of all the things that were going on. Other than that, we're looking at temperatures this night getting down into the upper 20s. And then the extended, we're looking at colder temperatures by the middle of next week, you guys.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, what is AI and what effect might it have on your life? We'll talk with the UW expert.
And our canine correspondents, Louie and Oliver, have the best animal stories of the week on the news hounds. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
In today's Final Touch, an amazing discovery in the Great Lakes.
It's a closure to a shipwreck mystery buried underwater for more than a century. Deep below the surface of Michigan's Lake Huron, a 128-year-old shipwreck mystery has been solved. NOAA officials, in conjunction with the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary, says the remains of the long-lost Ironton shipwreck have been found in remarkably preserved condition. Researchers used cutting-edge technology to locate the 191-foot Ironton, which collided with another vessel in 1894, sinking both ships and leaving only 2 survivors behind. The lake's cold, fresh waters help preserve the sunken ship, which is resting upright with all 3 masts still standing, and its lifeboat, which the doomed crew members tried unsuccessfully to use, still tethered to the vessel's stern. It's kind of eerie. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.